Hey, what's up, guys? It's Ren
and Ninja
from Team Arsenal. Today we're going back to our first ever locals after the pandemic. We'll be competing at Eternal Games. I'm bringing in some little spice, Sky Striker Orcas. What you bringing in?
I'm gonna bring in Altergeist and see how I fare.
All right, guys. So after each round, we'll be giving you a little match report, see how it goes, and if we do well enough, we'll do deck profiles.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're back after round one. Played against Six Sams. Yeah, kind of surprised by that one, but it was a pretty dope matchup. Just unfortunately for him, game one, he went first, but he had to run through an Ash, Ghost Bell, and Infinite Permanence. Couldn't do it, so we ended up making board next turn. But thing was, my deck unfortunately is not OTK on a drop of a dime, so we set up a nice control board. He ended up going to a Boral Sword, which was a problem for a minute, to be honest, because boy beefy, but we neutralized it, ended up with Awakening it, going in for game on the next turn, going to game two. He starts off again. He summons out his he pops two to summon out the Wind Draco. Don't remember what his name is. I'll put a picture of it up there. But he summons out the Wind Draco, pops off his Fuma and some other 6-Sam in his hand, summons that out. The Monster Reborns back the Kageki. Yeah, it was the Kageki, not thinking about it, was the Kageki. Summons out the Kageki, and then he summons out his Grandmaster from hand, links those two into an Isold. From there, he continues to do his plays, but once he gets to a point where he has, I think, 4 monsters on the board, we immediately Nibiru him. So he's forced to pass turn. We open up with the Area 0, Ray, and the Engage, so that was basically that. Went to multi-roll, got rid of the Nibiru, went to our Boral Sword, took his token, went for game. We're currently waiting for Reese or Ninja, but we're gonna probably have to do his on the next round. Yeah, I wish I could record for you guys on the inside, but we can't. So that's why I got the little pan overs. But keep you updated on the next round. All right, guys, we're back. Couldn't record the second or third round because I went really close to time, and by the time I got done and was about to come out here and record, it was dead. Yeah. So round two, we played against Zombie Eldritch with Dragoon. Game one, he basically just obliterated me. He had Conquistador, Scarlet, Cursed Outland. He literally had all his traps basically. He just went to town on me. So he set 3 with Cursed Outland and Golden Lord already on the board. And from there, he just basically, because I was stuck with a normal summon. Like, I had ways to try to play the game, but I think my only way of actually, legitly getting far in the game was with Gearsu, and he shut down the Gearsu and basically manipulated the graveyard, like pop my cards. And I had Area 0 up and trying to go for multi-roll effect on the Area 0, but that's where I got Conquistador. Like I said, then I was trying to go for the Gearsu line, and then Gearsu sent, and then from there I got Wakero, and then I forgot what happened on the last trap. But basically, he just took apart plays before I even started. So he stopped me on the start of the Area 0 and multi-roll. He stopped me on the start of the Gearsu. So I basically stuck on Gearsu pass, and he basically just went for game from there. Game 3, and not game 3, 2. We went first. He had hand traps, which surprised me in Zombie Eldritch, truth be told. So I had to end up passing, but I had set up enough for Sky Striker engine. And then he went into Dragoon, and I'm like, great. But thing was, he didn't have him in hand. No, he had Rasputin in hand, which I found that was real weird. So he went straight to Dragoon, pop, knocked down both of my, I think it knocked on my Gearsu and my Din Gearsu I had up, and another monster. I don't remember what the other monster was. But then he passed. Before he tried to pass, though, we tried to symbol back our Dingirsu. He ended up negating that with the last card in his hand. And then from there, he had one set plus the Dragoon. So from there, he passed turn. I drew into another Gearsu, which was pretty cool. Tried to play the game. Ended up ending on, I think, because we had the we had the Shark Cannon and the Widow Anchor in the back row. So basically went all the way into Galatea. Basically used Widow Anchor and Shark Cannon, chained both of them to each other, and basically tried to proceed to game from there. So we ended up winning that game. And then game 3, he opted to go first, but he opened up with Red Eyes Fusion, Dark Magician, and Red Eyes Black Dragon in the hand, with I think two back row. So he ended up sitting in the back row playing the Dragoon, and then he realized he had nothing in hand. We went to my turn. I had Twin Twister, popped the back row. Then we basically went from there. We had Girsu and the Mech Knight. It was Purple Nightfall. We summoned out both. We got into Galatea, and then we basically sent the Dragoon off of Ding, swinging for I believe 26 and 25, just to play it safe, because he didn't want to like lose damage because of Nibiru or anything like that. But I realized he had nothing in the hand, so it was like, so we were basically trying to prepare for the traps. So from there we went to the IP plays with Babel on board, but we also had Crescendo, so that was pretty lit. And basically from there we just closed out game. We tried to go for his 2 back row with his 2 traps and grave. So from there we went to game 3. Not game 3. We went to round 3. So it was 2-0. Played against Salad. He had an extremely long and grinded out game 1. He ended up going through all his Balances. I literally had like one Orcus card left in the extra deck and no Sky Striker cards left. But I ended up pushing it for the last damage to go into game 2. Game 2, I literally had answers to stop him. Like I had Twin Twisters, Pankratops, Nibiru in hand, all to stop him, but I had no way to get to my engine. So basically, I basically Nibiru'd him, tried to get the Pank on board with my Girsu, because I had him drawing a Girsu, lucky me. But they ended up getting stopped by Ash. So after all of that, we ended up with just a Girsu on board as again, like usual. And he turned around, went to his turn, just basically went to the Update Jammer, Transcode, Access Code Talker game. So from there, we went into game 3. Truthfully, I don't really necessarily count that as a win, because it was a situation where he had actually misplayed, where he was supposed to win that game, just literally going to update with Transcode into Access Code Talker. But he ended up not doing that. He went to Helio, which I thought was pretty interesting. And then he reincarnation linked that. He tried to basically get rid of my back row because he was concerned with back row. But it was just a dead Crescendo, because I had a Girsu on board with Purple Nightfall. Instead of me going to Galatea, I was like, you know what? I feel like it's just gonna blow both of those up, blow that up anyway before I even get into the Crescendo. So I was left both of them on the board, like, do what you can. And like, if he gets more damage than me, it is what it is. But yeah, he ended up getting rid of the Purple Nightfall. Got to tag that out to prevent it from getting bounced by Mirage Delio. He got rid of the Crescendo. It left me on Girsu. Basically swung for damage. It was like 500 damage, which really didn't do anything. Then got back to my turn. I had the Purple Nightfall back. Tried to swing it for some damage and actually get my Girsu going. But every time I tried the Girsu today, most of the time, it literally got hand traps. So it's like, okay, well, that sucks. So we swung it for a little bit more gems to ping him down to 5,000 to our 75. So we pass turn back to him, and he's finally against the board, but he thinks he's taking his time, because they tell him he got 2 minutes left. And then you realize this dude yells timing around. He's still in the main phase trying to make his board. So I ended up winning off of that. So that was 3-0. And then final round, we went against Tri-Brigade. Got completely blasted. Game 1, he went full combo. We didn't open any hand traps, and we played like 10 hand traps in the deck. He ended up ending on his Ancient Warrior, Appaloosa with 3 negates, and one of his Link 3 Tri-Brigades with 1 set. I'm thinking, okay, it's a Revolt. I can play around a Revolt, but I have to actually figure out the rest of the hand. Because I opened up with an Upstart, Widow Anchor, Call by the Grave, Upstart, Widow Anchor, Call by the Grave, Shark Cannon, and a Girsu, which I'm like, it's crazy how this is in my hand so much. I only got 2 of it. So I slapped down Upstart, trying to figure out how to just play through this, and he changed Imperial Order. So I saw him search the Revolt, and he put the Revolt back, and he had Imperial Order in hand. I'm like, wow. So I try to chain my other spells to try to get some kind of advantage going here. And then I got all the way into Gears. I got to Gears 2, got into Galatea, and once I got to Galatea, he banished the Galatea, and that was basically game for that. Game 2, we let him go in first because we felt like we was comfortable going second because like we were playing majority Sky Strikers, and the fact that we sided in 3 Dark Blue No Mores, 3 Nibiru's, 3 Phantasmes, and the Pankratops. On top of already all the Sky Strike spells, we play like Shark Cannons, Widow Anchors, etc. And basically, like we made sure we didn't side on any spells or anything like that, just literally strictly hand traps because we traded like 10 for 10. So, and from there, nothing. Full combo again. Didn't open any cards to stop him from playing, and basically just auto loss right there. But this time he didn't have Imperial Order this time. He had Revolt this time, so that was cool. But yeah, that was the end of the day. So we're 3-1. We're gonna get the report from Ninja when he's done. But right now we're just waiting for the placing, and I'll make sure I get a picture and video of that for you guys. But stay tuned. All right, guys, forgive the audio and forgive the lighting and everything like that. It's kind of late, obviously. Finished 7th place, 3-1, and Reese finished 15th place, 2-2.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you want to tell me your report, or?
I mean, it's pretty funny. So I went. First match was Black Wings. 2-0 them. Played against a Altergeist deck, the mirror match, and 2-0 them. But however, everything just spiraled downhill when I went up against another Altergeist player, and they beat me. Then after that, I played against Invoke Shadows, and so yeah, it was pretty lit. But it was fun to be back. You know, got to talk to people.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Made some new friends today. You know, I'd say it's one win.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome.
Also got Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Yeah, he did, and I feel bad for my car because he might blow it up. But we're gonna actually put the standings right in after this, guys. Expect a deck profile for Sky Striker Orcus. You doing it for Altergeist, or you gonna edit it up?
Yeah, I do it for Altergeist.
All right, cool. All right, guys. So it's Ran
and Ninja
signing out.
Peace.
Hi guys, it's Bunny. Thank you guys for always supporting us and watching our videos. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And check out our other social media pages in a link down below. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.